Hi, this is Ron Edwards, Master Sommelier and Director of Wine Education for Winebo Fine Wine and Spirits. Very excited to taste a wine today from Sicily, in the country of Italy. Sicily is the largest island in the Mediterranean, kind of dead center in the Mediterranean. And this is from the DOC of Etna. Etna is on the lower slopes of the Mount Etna volcano, still an active volcano today. And these vineyards wrap around the base of the mountain, almost in a semicircle, kind of just past halfway on a north-south line. And the producer is Cantine Nicosia. Cantine Nicosia is one of the original members of the wineries that made Etna DOC even before it was a DOC. This wine is 80% Caricante and 20% Caturrato. It is stainless steel fermented. They do use 24 hours of cold soak on the skins to pull aromatics and texture. Then they ferment it in stainless steel. They spend a little bit, some of the wine spends a little bit of time in tonneau, larger wooden barrels, just to give it texture, not really to give it oak influence. And then it spends a few more months in bottle before it's shipped. This is the 2020 Lenza di Munti, Cantine Nicosia, Etna DOC Bianco. There's a soft white flower petal note that comes out of the glass immediately, and then there's an almond note followed by ripe pear, orange skin, and sort of a bruised yellow apple note. There's a salty, briny minerality in the nose, which makes sense. It's right there next to the ocean. There's a subtle note of the smell of like anise seed that you would use in the kitchen. There's like a waxed kumquat, ripe citrus note, a little bit of ripe nectarine. The wine's really pretty and inviting, but not in a bold way. It sort of coaxes you into the glass. There's a subtlety and a prettiness to this wine. Let's taste it. Texturally, this wine is between crisp and rich. It's sort of approaching round. It has a soothing nature to the way it feels on the palate. The flavors are really similar to the nose. That almond comes through, the little bit of anise, the riper citrus flavors, those kumquat to tangerine orange range, especially that taste of the orange oil. Still has that yellow apple and pear note. The flowers are kind of in the middle of the flavor profile. It takes it from that light savory spice into the almond, then into the flowers, and then the fruit. It's mouth-watering, but I wouldn't call it super tart. It has that really nice balance of richness and refreshment. What oak is used is really not part of the flavor profile. It shows up as a bit of texture, but there's not a flavor profile from oak. It doesn't have the baking spice or the vanilla. Let's have a second sip. Second sip, I would actually take the citrus flavors as far into the tartness range as like Meyer lemon. And then, and it's a little bit more crisp than I alluded to at the beginning. It definitely has that refreshment at the beginning, round, slightly rich in the middle, and then mouth keeps watering, and the flavors come back at a couple different times in the finish. This is going to be a great wine to have on your table with all kinds of different flavor profiles. I think it's going to be one of those wines that sort of molds into what you need it to be, but certainly it's going to be fabulous with all kinds of Mediterranean flavors. Go out and find a bottle of Cantine Nicosia 2020 Lenza di Munti Bianco from Etna.